Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Oceanside Guy. My name is Derek, and again, welcome back to the channel and today's special episode. So, why is it so special? Because, well, I'm not going on the water today, but in this video, I'm gonna be doing a special install on the ski. Well, let me take that back. It's not gonna be just me, it's gonna be a friend of mine, and that is who we're going to see today. So stick around. I'm so excited for this one because it's something that I've been wanting to do, but just haven't done it yet. Just because I've done some other installs and some other accessories for my ski, but we're gonna do it on my friend's ski right here in this video. So stay tuned for all the details on what we're going to be installing. So, but I will tell you where I'm going. I'm leaving Oceanside and going to a friend's house. You've probably seen him on the videos many times. It's my good friend PJ, and headed over to his place to do this install. So we're gonna do it on his ski, and then probably much later I'll do it on my ski when I get the opportunity to do it. But PJ and I have the same exact ski. You guys remember the ski that I have? The Sea-Doo, you guys remember? It is the GTX 230, and it's a 2023. So PJ happens to have the exact model I do, and his happens to be a 2022. So I am headed over there right now, and we're gonna get started on this project. So as I get there, I'm gonna let you know what this install is going to be. Whether you're a beginner rider, intermediate, or for you advanced riders, this might be something you wanna install on your Sea-Doo for sure. I've seen a lot of people install this on their ski, so stay tuned. Don't go nowheres, and when I get over to PJ's place, we'll see you back here in a quick minute, and I'll give you all the details when I get there. All right, guys, so stay tuned. This is gonna be a great install, so pull out your popcorn, have a seat, and get ready for the install on this special epic, there's that word again, epic, epic install. We'll see you soon, guys. Hang tight. All right, welcome back, everybody. So like I said earlier, just a few minutes ago, so I'm here and over a friend's house, over my friend PJ's place, and we're gonna start that install today. So we're gonna unveil what we're gonna be installing today. But remember, it's not on my ski. It's gonna be on his Sea-Doo GTX 230, and he has a 2022. I've got a 2023. They're exactly the same ski. Nothing different at all. So we're gonna do a quick install, and I'm gonna show you what it is really quick here. Here we are. Here's PJ. What up, PJ?
Morning.
Yeah. So we are here at PJ's place, and he's got his Sea-Doo GTX 230 2022, and we're gonna do the install on his ski today. So I'm gonna let you guys on a quick sneak peek, and I'm gonna show you right now what we're going to install. So PJ, would you do the honors?
Of course.
Ta-da! All right, so check it out, guys. Do those look familiar? Anybody have an idea? Check it out. This is what we're going to be installing today, right here on this awesome machine. Sea-Doo GTX 230, and we've got the stocks right there. And we're gonna be replacing those with the brand new Sponsons from RIVA. So, PJ, are you ready?
We are ready.
Yeah, so let's kind of briefly go over like what the Sponsons is gonna do. I said earlier it's maybe for like beginners, intermediate, definitely for the advanced rider, but anybody could use these, right?
Of course, yeah. They're definitely designed to grab more of an engagement in the water and more of a bite. So it keeps you in line more straight. The whole idea is that the RIVA Pro Sponsons are designed in a specific way that the pivot point of the ski is more where your intake is, your intake grate, So it's going to be a little bit larger on the front, so you have more stability up front, and then it tapers down towards the rear. There's 5 adjustments that you can have. So you can have it at the highest point to have the least amount of engagement, up to the highest, the 5th setting, to have the most engagement in the water. So that they also design the fact that when you have the actual spacer on, and this goes onto that plate, that spacer plate, they're actually cocked. So when they're on the ski, it's cocked out. So when you do a turn, it actually straightens out to where you can get full engagement like a dorsal fin, to where you have the most bite possible.
Nice.
For any riders that are trying to be in open water, it doesn't need to just be for the racer, even though they're designed for racing originally. If you're in the open ocean and you're dealing with waves, if you're a rider that does toe-in surfing or step-off surfing, these are really great because it helps you have more turning power to where you can get out of the way, out of the impact zone. So what we're going to do today is just get these things installed and get them set up. And what we're going to do is set it at the neutral position of 3, so right in the dead center, to be able to test those out in our next video.
Sweet. So as you guys know, we're both ocean riders, so that's why we're coming to you today, give you all this great information on why you might want even these for your ski, how they're going to work. We're going to give you a super detailed tutorial today. We're just going to show you how we're going to do the install today, and we're going to go from there. So super excited to get him on his ski first, because like he said, we are going to do another video and compare our 2 skis. So he's going to have the Sponsons on from RIVA, and I'm going to have the stock Sponsons on, and we're going to do some nice video take on how they I don't know, work in the water, I guess.
Yeah, or compare to each other.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, there's going to be a comparison of both the Sponsons, the stock and the RIVA Pro.
Right.
And we'll do a top-down view so you guys can see what it looks like and the engagement on a turn, and how quickly the turn will be versus the stock.
And of course, with my brand new drone that I got, we're gonna get some really good footage of how these are gonna work in the water for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kind of unpackage this stuff. Well, it's already unpackaged, but we'll start to, what would be step 1? Just to take off the stock, right?
Yeah.
To do that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and do step 1. We're gonna take off the stock Sponson right here. And once this gets off, we'll show you some huge comparisons on what it's gonna look like. All right. And oh, say hello to our little friend. What's his name?
LB.
LB, what up, dude? All right, guys, so here we go. Let's get that first stock Sponson off. Here we go. All right, guys, so step number 1. Let's go over the tools that we're gonna need to take off the stock Sponson from the ski. So as you can see here, we've got all of our tools laid out, and PJ is gonna just kind of start off with the basic tools to get that stock Sponson off.
Yeah, so what you guys are going to need is actually a T40 to be able to take these off. So it's a Torx screw. So we just have, a basic Husky set here that has a T40. You can always set these things up on a driver, but we're just going to do it manually, just because we're going to, break the seal and pull it off softly. It's so important to have the right tools for the right job. RIVA does provide you with a little pamphlet of the information that you need and how to install. It is a pretty basic setup. They do have, again, what comes in the box is the Sponsons, your spacers on it, and then the hardware with your installation.
All right, guys, so here we go. Next step is to go ahead and remove the stock Sponsons. So we're gonna do that. And once again, the tool that you're using again, PJ?
All right, so again, you're gonna be using the T40 torque to take it off. Again, if you have an attachment for a power drill, you can go ahead and use that as well, but we're just going to go ahead and do it by hand.
All right.
So
well,
let's go ahead and get it taken off. So because the ski is not too old, it should be pretty easy to get these things off. I'm just gonna loosen each one first and then take the rest of them out one by one.
And here's the bolts, guys, that are just coming out.
Yeah.
All right, ta-da!
There we have it.
Wow, that looks naked. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't look
you
right.
can see that we have. We're gonna have to clean this up a little bit, and you can see a little bit of seaweed that we have.
There?
That just gets caught up.
So what are we going to use to kind of wash this off and get it all flattened out?
So we, by default, CDO doesn't want you using any harsh chemicals, so we're just going to use water. And you can always use a putty knife or your finger for most of this stuff because it is actually pretty easy to pull off. But you don't want to be scraping it. RIVA does have in their booklet all the chemicals that you're not supposed to be using. Again, I'm just going to clean it by hand.
Did not know that.
By hand and with water, keep it simple. So
all right, guys, that was simple. Just unscrew it and there you go. All right, let's go ahead and get that cleaned up and we'll show you the next step on how we're doing that. So the original bolts that you're taking off from your stock sponsons, you're not going to be using these, and just put them somewhere, put them everywhere you want. But you're not going to be using them because it comes with a whole brand new kit of bolts and everything that you're going to need to use in order to get the new sponsons in. Okay, all right, so hope that helps, and let's get on to the next thing. All right, so we got it all cleaned off. We've got the backing plate ready to go. We've got the bolts, everything that we need. So we got 4 bolts and we got the 4 washers ready to go. So I'll give you a quick look at that. All right, so what's the next step, Mr. PJ?
all right, so the next thing is, so you'll see that there's 2 different heights as far as where the bolts go. For the GTX, it's going to go on the top spaces, and on the I think it's the RXTX is going to be on the bottom that you'll use. It's basically just how it's going to be caught, up or down, depending on your ski. So they designed it to where these upper ones are for the GTX that we're installing right now. Okay. And then what we'll do is, before we plant this on here, in the spot that it's going to go on, we're going to use this Loctite, this 598. It's a RTV black silicone gasket maker, and we'll actually be throwing a bead around here, around each one of them, to make sure that water's not coming in to the hole. They have it pretty much sealed off, but at the same time, it's always important to make sure that you to seal around the bolts. So we're going to go ahead and get that set. The other thing is, you want to make sure that you use blue Loctite, not red, because blue is going to be removable. If in case you ever have to take it off, red's going to be really difficult, so make sure you use blue.
Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and put the silicone on there so we can get that for a watertight seal. So let's do that right now.
All right, we're going to put the silicone on next. Make sure you got a nice thick bead that's going to go around. Once you get this, so you're not going to be sticking it in the hole. Again, it's going to be one continuous bead that goes around the entire spot. You're going to do it for each one. Keep in mind, this does dry within an hour, but fully cures within 24 hours under 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So before you put it in the water, just make sure that you give it at minimum an hour.
All right, so that's all set. So now we're ready to put the backing on. So here we go. We're gonna place it on there.
All right, so we got our beads of silicone on there. Again, for the GTX, we wanna make sure it's going into the upper position. So you're gonna wanna line it up properly. I'm gonna put the bolts in first without Loctite, just so I have it all set. And then I'm going to put the Loctite in one by one, because once this comes into place, I don't want to be moving it too much. So again, I'm going to get it kind of set with the bolts in here.
So this is better if you're doing it just by yourself.
Yeah,
the way you're doing it now.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you don't have anybody to help you guys out with, you're just gonna do exactly what he's doing, putting the bolts in first, make sure it's all set up, ready to go, and then take one bolt out at a time, put the Loctite on, and then you'll be good to go, especially if you're by yourself. All right, so we got all the bolts in.
Now that I know that it's good, and on there, I'm gonna go ahead and take, one bolt off at a time.
Ooh, this is exciting. It already looks great.
And okay, so you're just gonna want to put a little bit of Loctite on. You don't need a lot to put on there. A little goes a long way. And then so same with, well, actually I need to fix what I stated earlier. It's gonna be a T45 for the original bolts that are coming off of the original Sponsons. So make sure you do a T45. And then it's actually a T40 for the new ones that you're going to be throwing in. And I'm just going to get these things in there and snug. And then we're going to have to get 13 pounds of torque down to get them in, because that's what RIVA states what we need. So again, we'll do these one by one and go from there.
Cool. Can we kind of see how you're putting that Loctite on there? Are you really, like, you're not drenching the whole thing, are you?
No, not at all. I'm just putting a little bead on there, and then going to be dropping it in so it gets fully in.
And we'll just do that same process for the other two bolts, and then we'll get those screwed in. So this is looking good, or it's already looking great. Okay, so it looks like got those just snug down in by hand. All Loctite is done, set, and ready to go.
Yeah, now we're just gonna make sure that they're tightened in at the right spec. So it's gonna be 13 foot-pounds of torque. Okay guys, so we've got one bolt in already, and we've got the torque wrench ready to go. So PJ will kind of explain how to torque it down, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Yeah, so again, we have our torque wrench to where the specs are at 13 foot-pounds of torque. So we already did the first one, and then we have the last 3 to go in. Basically, you're just gonna be torquing this thing down until you hear a click. So you're just gonna be making sure you hit all 3, and so we'll get those all in and good to go.
Ready to go.
So, and it's not gonna be that click. You'll actually hear when we're coming down a click. So just so you know.
There it was. Cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that for each one.
And of course, if you got a digital one, it won't make a click sound. The last click. They're in. Okay, so check it out, guys. There's the backing plate, all set. It's in there. Nice. Okay, so the blade is next.
Yeah.
The blade is next. This is gonna be the exciting part. Stand by. Hey, by the way, if this has been good information for you so far, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. That way there we can give you some more videos, some more how-tos, because we are not done yet. I'm gonna show you a quick sneak peek on the next how-to that PJ and myself are gonna bring back to you here really quick. Check this out. Here it is, quick sneak peek. All right, any guesses? Can you tell what that is? It is the intake grate. So this is gonna be the next install. So hit that notification button, and so you'll be notified when we do that one. We got some good stuff coming your way, so we'll be right back at you. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and install the blade. So don't forget, take off the plastic.
Yeah, because you guys aren't going to want to do this after the fact. So make sure
not going to happen.
for sure you take it off the back. The front one's going to be a bit easier, but again, the back one, you don't want to be doing that after the fact. It's going to be really tough. So what we need in order to do this is our 4 bolts with the 4 washers. We have actually a different torque point, so it's going to be a T30 for these guys. We got our blue Loctite to be able to set those in. Again, we're going to be setting this on our neutral position, which is going to be the middle setting. I don't know if we would really consider it neutral with RIVA Sponsons, but we're going to go ahead and set those in. Again, I'm going to do the same thing as the other ones, to where, you know, I'm going to line it up, put all the bolts in, and then one by one putting in the Loctite. Again, coming into our center position, so the mid grade. So just so you guys are aware, if you haven't heard of him, Kevin Shaw from the Watercraft Journal has incredible content that we watch, and we're so thankful for him because of the fact that, you know, he educates us with so much information. Well, he's done a lot of testing with these, and his suggestion is that with his experience setting 4 with the RIVA grate, and you can see I'm missing a bolt here, so I got to get one more, but he suggests with setting 4 with the RIVA intake grate is going to make this thing ride amazing. So what it does is it helps the ST3 hole just really dialed in. So we'll leave a link for Kevin Shaw's video, just because he's so incredible. He's helped us out, again, educationally, with so much information that's helped us be able to get to this point. These ones actually have 5, so we're gonna put that in, just set that right there. Again, one by one, we'll take it out and get that Loctite on.
So same Loctite as before, correct?
Correct.
The blue Loctite.
Again, blue Loctite, a little bit goes a long way. I'm just going to hand snug them and then get them down 13 foot-pounds of torque for these guys as well.
All right, guys, so just repeat that same process. Get the Loctite on there, get them snug in there, just like PJ's doing. And we'll go ahead and come back to you really quick and show you how we're going to torque them down. All right, guys, so we're ready to torque these down. All the bolts are in. It's looking pretty sharp. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content so far. This is good stuff. I can't wait to get my sponsons for my Sea-Doo, but that'll be a little while. But anyway, back to the action. Here we go. So what's next, PJ?
All right, so again, we're gonna use the T30 on there, and we're gonna get down to 13 foot-pounds of torque. So again, using our torque wrench.
There it was. Did you guys hear that click? So obviously we're going to do the same process to bolt number 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to go ahead and just torque that down until you hear that clicking sound. You know you got it in the right spot. Okay, we got it in there, so we got to take that plastic film off. But take a look, guys. They're all torqued down, ready to go. Look at that. Ooh, I'm so excited. Dude, I'm excited for you.
I'm excited.
Man.
Pull this.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. That's clean. That is nice. Looks good. Dude, can I ride your ski?
Yeah.
Wow, that looks good. Look at that angle, guys. So, like you were saying,
yep,
when you turn, this will go right into the water, right? And just kind of make that cut even more because of the natural angle that it is right here.
Yeah, and again, because of the GTX design, the pivot point is going to be up here by the intake grate, so that's why they designed this to be thicker on the front here instead of one continuous blade, because they saw that if they had one continuous huge blade like the Works blade, that it was actually creating drag. So they actually created these notches here as a design to make sure that, you know, it's braking properly so it's not creating any drag. Beautiful design. So we're really excited to try these out.
Wow. Yeah. All right, guys, what do you think? That's how you do it. So just want to give a big shout out to PJ for doing all the work and showing us how to take out the stock Sponson, put in the new Sponson by Riva. It looks great. I gotta say, it looks really, really good. So if this has been helpful, guys, please give PJ a thumbs up. And hey, now I have a video to use when I get my Sponsons to put on there. So that'll be really good. I get to use my own video. Huh. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications, because the intake grate is coming up soon. We're going to be doing an install on that. We have a lot of new installs we're going to be doing. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned for more how-tos and, of course, getting back on the water. Don't forget, make today your best day, because tomorrow just isn't promised. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you on the water.